some of the other lifestyle habits that are important that we haven't touched on earlier include sleep, which is another huge mediator of obesity. If you don't get good sleep at night, your risk of obesity is much higher. And again, that's why it's important to start early and assess the sleep of your child if you're concerned. It does seem that the ultra-processed foods may be sort of, again, related to the driver of obesity, and that might be how sleep drives obesity by disrupting your hypothalamus and pushing you to eat comfort foods, which are basically ultra-processed foods in many cases. So sleep is really not just an innocent bystander here, but something that needs to be assessed in every child. We did talk about ultra-processed foods and the forever chemicals that could be involved. But some of those are out of your hands. Some of those you can't control, right? You can't necessarily control where people live. You can't control if the only water they can get comes in a plastic bottle, you can't change that. But you can change the things that are truly choices. So you want people to drink water and not juice or other sugar-sweetened beverages. Right now, the data still suggests skim milk is the best milk for children to drink, although there's a movement now pushing for the whole milk to make a comeback, but I would still go with skim milk personally. Obviously, eating a diet that is minimally processed is probably better. So anything that comes out of the ground is better than things that have gone through a factory. But again, not everybody can afford that. Not everybody has access to that. And then, the recommended amount of exercise is really very, very rarely achieved by children today. Like they're just not out there working, playing in the park or interacting with their friends or whatever because of the sedentary lifestyle that we all live. And screens are, right now, everybody's on a screen, including me. And that's just part of today's world. So it takes a little bit extra effort to get people out there exercising and get people off their screens. Again, sleep, try to get, regular bedtime, regular wake time. If you're worried about your kid or if you're treating someone who's worried about their kid, have them observe sleep a little bit and see if there's any snoring or are there other signs of sleep apnea, and then get that assessed and tested. And then obviously, if you make these changes, it's far easier to make them as a family rather than asking the kid to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. So again, if you're counseling families, you tell them, even the children in the household who don't seem to have weight issues, they can't drink sugar-sweetened beverages in the house in front of the child who, needs to make the changes. Everybody in the household has to change, including the mom, including the dad, including the grandparents, everybody. So that's a really important point too.